This is the plaintiff, Sarquita Pace. She says she hired the defendant to do some interior construction work on a bedroom and the kitchen of her boat, and the louse took off with her money without completing the job. If he thinks she's some kind of landlubber or something, he has another thing coming to him, because she's suing him in this court for the $2,518.28 she's owed. This is the defendant, Lonnie Black. He says the plaintiff moved the boat before he was able to complete the job, and then started demanding he give her a refund. It's not his fault he wasn't able to complete the job, and he's not returning anything to the plaintiff because he put in a lot of work on that boat, and he should be compensated. He's accused of hitting some choppy seas.
All parties, please raise your right hand. People's Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Marilyn Leon is now presiding. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome.
All right, Ms. Pace, you are suing Mr. Black for $2,500 that you want him to pay you back. You had paid him $1,500 in order to fix your boat, and he did some work but didn't finish it. So talk to me. Tell me how you two met.
We met, I was on vacation in Florida. We met on the Strip in Florida. He was riding a motorcycle, and so that's where we met. Mid-COVID,
you're on the Strip in Fort Lauderdale, and you guys meet?
Well, yeah, because of COVID,
for single people, I guess that's it. There's just no COVID for you guys. It's just us idiots who are sitting around, for a year in lockdown. All right, tell me, so you meet him and you hire him immediately, but was there like a romantic thing between you two? Because I see in the text that people will say, okay, now to business. So let's switch to our business hat.
No, there was nothing romantic. He seemed like a nice guy when I first met him. I got on his motorcycle. My sister and I were in town, and so his brother was there. He got on his motorcycle, and so that's how we met. We just got on our motorcycles during COVID and just driving up and down the Strip, and then we exchanged numbers and we connected the next day. And I took him out on my boat, him and his brother, to go fishing. So I just was excited because I just got the boat. It's a catamaran.
Okay, how big?
It's 34 feet long and 14 wide. And so I took him and his brother out. I was excited just to have the boat. I took him and his brother out to go fishing. We had a good day. Then he was able to see the kitchen and see the bedroom and see the work that I had done, that I needed to get done. And then that's when he told me that he could, that's what he did for a living. He renovates homes, which renovating a boat is very much like renovating a house.
Okay. And then he quotes you how much to do what work?
So he quoted me $1,500 for the work to do the kitchen and the bedroom, and as well as I had to give him $500 to get the supplies. And so I did send the screenshots as well with the cash apps that I did send him those payments.
Okay. So he says, okay, so let's switch it over to business. By the way, let me ask you, Mr. Black, was there anything romantic or not really?
No.
Okay. My name is, you give your address, you give your name. This is just a contract stating I will be doing work for you on your boat. Work to be done is a kitchen area, which include full demolition and full build-up, new appliances, countertops, paint, and wall preparation. I will also be doing the bedroom, full demolition, wall prep, paint, and bathroom toilet installation is included for $1,500. And then you say, I do not ask for money up front, but halfway through the job, I ask to be paid in full. You don't need to buy any more tools. I have everything, only materials. Okay, so what happens, Mr. Black? She says you didn't finish the job.
She took the boat back home. I live in Florida. You want me to follow her or something? And that was his debt. And she called me and said, you owe me some money. Bring me back the remainder money you owe me.
She says you didn't finish the job. What is your response to that? That she didn't give you the time to do it?
No, she took the boat, so I didn't get the time to do it, yes.
Okay, so she took the boat where? You're from Virginia, so you wanted to take the boat back to Virginia, Ms. Pace?
No, I had the boat docked at the public marina, which was very expensive. And I gave him 7 days to do the work. And then after that, I moved it to someone's private dock in Florida. So I didn't take the boat from Florida. I moved it to someone's private dock, which was like a fourth of the price.
Oh, so the boat is still in Florida?
No, I moved it since then, but
Since then,
with the month,
did the work?
yeah.
Okay, did you hire anybody else to complete the work or no?
That's what I'm in the process of doing now.
All right, but Ms. Pace, if you hire him, you meet him on the 23rd. What's the day you hire him? The 24th. Wow, we don't waste any time. And then when did you say to him, you're fired? Like November 4th. That's not a lot of time to get this done. It's a lot of work that we're talking about.
Well, he quoted me 7 days. So he said it would take him a week to do all the work.
Where does he say 7 days? Hold on one second, because I'm looking at, I don't see where he says 7 days. Where does he say that? I'm looking at what appears to be your contract, and it doesn't say anything about how many days. From November 2nd to the 16th, the boat will be here. If the condition of the boat is good, I'm headed to the islands. We got to celebrate the B-Day early. So you're not saying finish by November 2nd there. His contract doesn't say I'll be done by November 2nd. Then there's a text that you send him a little bit later where you say to him,
right there.
On October 29th, 5 days after you hire him. So the 1,500, that work will be done by November 2nd, right? Don't worry about the toilet. I plan to take it, return it. And he says, okay. What are you saying okay to, Mr. Black?
She told me she was going to take the toilet back, and that was the only thing I was agreeing to. I knew the job wasn't going to be done in a week.
Well, how come you don't answer it is true that she texts she says two things, and, now you give him wiggle room because there really is nowhere else where he says he'll be done by November 2nd. The okay in proper grammar is going to be to the last thing said, not something asked 2 questions ago. But is there just anywhere else where he says to you he'll be done November 2nd? And how could he have been when the sink didn't even come in until November 4th?
Well, I did send the pictures of the before and the after and the current state of the room. So whenever you have a couple of layers of paint in preparation for the walls, there's no paint, there's no primer on the walls at all. So for that would take three days in itself just to have the room painted. So the sinks weren't the issue. The countertop isn't even finised. So there was other work that could have been done. I got the peel and stick backsplash in the kitchen. That could have been.
Yeah. So, you knew that she was kind of in a hurry, though. You knew that she didn't live here, Mr. Black. And so here, I guess she informs you that the sink is going to be delayed. Sink and stovetop are delayed. And here's what you write. I just put all this work in making the countertop and it's fully prepped and ready. And she says, we are not friends. Let's keep it professional. Please speak to me the same as you do to other clients. Shipping delays happen. There's other work that can still be done. Don't do the bad energy and disrespect. And you answer, that was not towards you at all. So you don't have to take anything personal. And I know what needs to be done in the time frame. So you know that by this point, she has been saying November 2nd. Now the delay is to November 4th. How much time did you think she was going to give you?
I thought November 2nd was the time when she wanted to leave. She was saying that she was leaving. She needed to go back to work and do all this stuff and all this and all that.
Yeah, but you know that's not true because I'm looking at texts now where both of you knew that it was delayed and that it was on November 3rd. You're texting her, get it there for me. I'm finishing this tear out. And she tells you, yeah, I dropped off the stovetop. And then on November 3rd, she says, Friday, I'm moving the boat. I need everything done by then. You say, okay. Then all of a sudden you're telling him you're going to move it at 2 p.m. on Thursday. Can you have all your stuff off by then? So it's 11 days that you gave him to do the work. And I just don't know if that's reasonable. I don't know. You can choose to do it. It's your boat. It's beautiful. It's your choice how you want to do things. If you want him off because you don't have faith in him and you think he's a clown, and you feel like he's not responsive, that's up to you. The question is, then do you get a refund? Or who breached? Is it him by not finishing, or is it you by not letting him finish? That's what I've got to answer,
So a couple of things. I gave him the $500 to get the supplies. I do have an LLC, and so that's why I bought the boat, and it will be, but for tax purposes, I asked him for the receipts for whatever he purchased. He did not give me one receipt. So that I'm asking for my money.
Where are the receipts, Mr. Black? She's asked you repeatedly on the text for all the receipts. Where are the receipts?
Honestly, I don't know where most of the receipts are at. I don't. Okay. But me and my girl broke up at the time, so I moved to another place, and a lot of stuff got missing and lost in between. That
sounds like a you problem, and if you're trolling the strip in Fort Lauderdale and meeting girls from Virginia, I'm not surprised you broke up. Tell me how you're suing Mr. Black for a flight to Florida, a 3-night hotel stay, and Lyft rides in order to file the case. Tell me about that, because I love that.
So I had to fly. Well, I don't live in Florida. The boat was still there, but I had to fly back to Florida, and then I had to stay in a hotel. I had to Uber to go to the sheriff's office so they could serve him, and I had to go to the courthouse. I wouldn't have had to do that had he finished. I wouldn't have had to go back to Florida.
Well, you could do that by computer, so.
Well, the instructions that they have it for Broward County, it said you had to take it there. That's what their thing said. I had to go.
You could have even mailed it in. You just went to Florida to see your boat, and he's not going to pay for that trip. You're getting greedy here.
No, that's not right.
Trying to get it.
That's not right.
So let's talk about whether you're entitled to any refund, okay? He's not going to pay you a penny for your trip to Florida. That's just silly. I am going to do the following. I am going to order him to return a portion of the supplies just because he has no proof of what he paid. And I'm also going to order him to return a portion of the labor. And I'm going to do what we call a little rough justice because it's very hard to do this scientifically. But I do see where he's coming from, that it should take longer than you're giving him. But I do see where you're coming from, that he knew time was of the essence from all of your constant texts to him. So you will return to her $950. That is my judgment. Good luck, folks.
Mr. Black, how do you feel about this? She got to get back $950.
Man, she done bought this Gilligan Island boat and want me to turn it into a yacht. Like, come on, man, that ain't what's up. And then she putting all the cake on everything. Man, that wasn't even everything that happened. I did a whole bunch of work. But yeah, I'll pay her. It's cool.
All right, you're okay with that. All right, Ms. Pace, what do you think?
Well, I'm happy to get something back, but I still have an unfinished bedroom in my boat that I can't sleep in and the kitchen that I can't use. So I'll get the work done somewhere else.
All right, well, good luck to you. Let's see what the judges are thinking now. Here we go again with another edition of After the Verdict.
You know, there's a ton of contractors in South Florida, and this happened to occur in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. What are the odds that the best contractor for your job is the guy who rolls up on you on his chopper?
Hey, want to get on my motorcycle?
Right, or whatever it was. But not very much work got done. So with this judgment of around $900, both parties.
It's almost half of the money that she paid him, and she does have the supplies on board.
Right. But she's unhappy and he's unhappy.
Yeah,
so you
they're
probably got it right.
That's right.
Right? And, you know, I do like the Gilligan's Island reference to the SS Minnow on Gilligan's Island. But in fairness, she's got a pretty nice boat there.
It is a nice boat.
32 or 33-foot catamaran. It was beautiful.
Very nice. Good for her.
Exactly.
So Katie wants to know this. Hey, Harvey. If my front door camera records someone breaking in and my dog gets out and bites someone, am I responsible? Here's the thing. That's a great question. Yes, you are, because your dog biting somebody, that is strict liability in most states. However, if somebody is responsible for opening the door and you get sued by the dog owner where the dog got injured, you can turn around and sue that person for opening the door because that's the negligence that caused all of it, and you could recover that money.